Hey everyone, welcome to the Discover Virginia podcast. I'm Joseph Trahan, your host for the #1 video podcast in Virginia, where we explore the rich history, vibrant culture, and iconic businesses that make our Commonwealth truly special and worth talking about. So get ready as together we discover Virginia. Art has the power to shape lives. Sometimes the journey to becoming an artist isn't as straight as a simple, narrow path. Today, we're sitting down with Abby Pawley, founder and artist behind Pawley Prints, whose story is a testament to not only resilience, passion, but also they believe in themselves, even if it doesn't fit within the confines of a 9-to-5 job. Abby, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. And we're super excited to have you as well. I was just mentioning prior, driving by Dumar's sign, every time I see that, we're kind of just chuckle because like, yes, we got to get Abby on the show because you're doing all these amazing things and works throughout the Virginia Beach area. For those of you who might be driving around the area, what are some of the spots that you can point out to them on their next drive that some of the work that you've done here recently?
So one that is like a staple, I just finished it. It's like my biggest one to date. It's off of Northampton. It's the Ocean Storage, it's like a huge storage building.
Yeah.
It took me like 3 months and I did literally the whole building, like
Wow.
wrapped the whole thing.
Oh
and
my
you can
gosh.
see it from so far away. And I get people all the time. They send me pictures or like, I don't even know them on Instagram. And they're like, oh my God, this is so cool.
That's amazing. How does that feel when you get those responses?
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
It feels, like not real sometimes.
I bet. So, Abby, I want to get started and talk about your relationship to art. And I'm curious, what is your earliest memory of creating art? Even maybe scrappy doodles or just, painting with mom and things like that.
Probably my mom's an artist, but she's like very low key about it and like acts like she's not that great. She's really good. She does mosaics, but I guess yeah, I was like always drawing with her when I was little. Like she has like the worst pictures ever of me drawing and it's ridiculous. And I remember she always laughs about how like when I was little I would like draw our family and everybody always had like huge heads. That's what I remember. But yeah, drawing with her when I was a kid.
And I understand your mom played a crucial role in shaping your artistic worldview as well, being an artist herself.
Yeah.
Albeit one that, doesn't showcase it a lot, but still she has that skill set. Can you tell us more about what that relationship was like for you both?
It's really cool. Like I love my mom. She's my best friend. She helps me like so much. She doesn't get to do every job with me, but a lot of them. Like especially this last one that took like 3 months. I literally could not have done it without her. There were days I'm like having meltdowns, like crying, like, Mom, I cannot finish this. This is impossible. And she's like always right there. And it's just really cool, like to get to spend that time with her.
Yeah, that must be pretty amazing too, especially too with the undertaking of such a feat. I mean, you are literally getting up on a crane, you have to wear a safety harness, and that's a little bit different than painting in the in the kitchen, right? A different landscape.
Yeah, way different. And she's funny because honestly, I'm like super afraid of heights, but like I will drive that thing like it does not bother me. And she would like, we'd get high up and she'd be like, Abby, I'm freaking out. Like, I need to get down. And I would make her stay up there. Like, no, you're going to help me.
You're like, we have to get this done in like a month. So no, we're not taking any more breaks, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What do you think most people assume incorrectly about artists and the way that they create things?
I think that we're lazy, like that we don't work a lot and that it's not hard work. Like I brought my husband to work with me one time and like he always tells me like you're the hardest worker I know. Like it's crazy how much you work, but I brought him to actual work one day when my mom couldn't come and he was like, holy shit, I don't know how you do this every day. Like I'm so tired. And he told me like I knew you worked hard, but like I had no idea. And I feel like a lot of people look at it the same way. Like they don't realize how hard it is to like be on your feet all day using your whole body. It's like a manual labor job.
Yeah, absolutely too, because it's not only just the the physical act of painting, albeit that can be strenuous for, 10, well, how many hours a day are you working? I mean, that's like 10, 12 hours a day.
When I was doing that big one, yeah, like I was on
Yeah.
a mission. Like I got to get this done before, because I started in September, and like winter was approaching quickly.
Yeah.
And by the time I finished, it was like 30 degrees outside. And I was like, I gotta be done. Like I can't do this anymore.
Oh my gosh. And then on top of the strenuous activity, it's not only doing that, but do you have some kind of like, I think of like a blueprint or a mastermind of what the end product looks like? Is that just in your head? Do you have a model of that like laid out?
Yeah, so I usually take pictures of like the actual wall I'm gonna paint on.
Sure.
And then I have an iPad, and if you know Procreate, I do like a mock-up, like I draw on the actual wall.
Yeah. Shout out to Procreate, right?
Yeah, I love Procreate. But so yeah, I look at that, and like this last one, the one off of Ocean Storage, I had to freehand the whole thing. Like sometimes we use a projector, but there was no way to get a projector. Like it was so high up in the air. So I was counting like bricks and panels to try and figure out where I was putting what.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is incredible.
It was insane.
Would you ever do it again, or is that like a one and done project?
I would do it again.
You would do it again?
It would like build some character for sure.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I want to pull up a character in your life here. Mr. I'm Noli. Am I saying that correctly? Nunley. Yes. Yeah. Can you tell us more about who this individual is?
This might make me emotional. I went to Lincoln Park Elementary School, and this is already making me emotional even talking about it.
That's okay. Take your time.
So I went there for elementary school, and both my parents worked a lot, and they were divorced, so I went to the after school program.
Yeah.
And while I was in school there, I like applied to the art program to try and go, pursue that like as a kid, and like I didn't get in. And it's still like emotional right now, but he was a custodian there, and like
Take your time.
Every day at after school, like he would draw with me, and like he would always tell me like, you're so good, like you're gonna be famous one day, like I'm gonna see your work, like I can't wait, like please don't stop doing it, like don't let this discourage you. And like literally every day, like, and I would draw stuff for him, and he would like show everybody and bring it around, and like I literally will never forget him. And I've like gone back to see him, I think probably like 10 years ago maybe. But when I got my first mural like ever, I don't remember how, but my uncle was like a plumber for the city of Virginia Beach, and so he would like still randomly see him.
Yeah.
And every time, like, not just my uncle, but I would run into random people, and they'd be like, oh, Mr. Nunley still talks about you, and how, like, your art's, like, so good, and, like, he knew you would get this far, whatever. Then I got my first mural, and I don't know how, but he got my number, and he texted me, and he was like, I'm literally so proud of you. Like, I knew you would get this far, and, like, I just love him so much.
Oh, my gosh. Sounds like a very special person.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah. I think that belief in someone, regardless of where they're at in their journey, right, and pushing them forward and encouraging them is an extremely powerful testament to who they are, but also what they see inside of us.
Yeah.
Even though we can't see it in ourselves quite yet.
Yeah, especially as like a little kid, like I see little kids now, and I can't imagine, like, I got so much, like, heat as a kid, like, this is not something you can do, like, you're not good enough to do this, and,
Sure.
like, that was so hard.
Because you wanted to be an artist.
Yeah,
growing up.
Since I was born, I was like, I'm gonna be an artist, like, this is what I love, like, and to have, like, people tell you, like, no, it's crazy.
How did you handle that rejection throughout your cycle? Because I understand you did pursue art, and then you kind of got away from that as you started entering into your adult life. What was that process like for you?
I think like he was such a big part in when I was a kid, like I kept I think drawing for a while, but like I had definitely given up on like, okay, that's not what I'm gonna do. And I was like really lost when I went to college. I was there to play soccer first, and I thought, okay, well, like this is what I'm gonna do. Like soccer is my life, you know. And then I tore my ACL, and then tore it again and again 3 times. Like it's just kind of over for me. And I was like, oh, maybe I want to be a doctor. Like that would be good. And just like everything kept bringing me back to doing art. And I don't know if it was like my mom or like, because what she does is so amazing. And like,
Yeah.
I would find myself like in class, like I was doing really well, but I was always like drawing or painting, and like nothing ever felt like good enough. Like, I don't know. But I think really, I don't know. I think when I entered to do my first mural and I like actually got picked was when I was like, okay, like wait, people think I can like do this. Like I'm good
This is
enough
real.
to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your journey through giving up your day job and the process you undertook as an artist to get to the place where you are today, where you can rely on your full-time process being solely art?
So how I got there, I was working for a company. I was working in their warehouse. And it was kind of just like an in-between. I had just gotten out of like a not so great relationship. It's like the first guy I ever lived with. And like he was very much like, this is a hobby, like this is a joke, like you can't do that. You need to like do a real job. And so I was like working this warehouse, and I don't know, I just got to the point where I was like, I'm not happy like doing anything else. And I don't even know. I didn't have anything lined up. Like I had just done my first mural. I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna save like a little money, and then I quit my job, and I didn't have anything lined up, like no murals, nothing. And I was like, I'm just gonna see what happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we see the end of the story, so that's amazing. But what was going on through your head during that time, aside from, I don't have anything lined up? Like, because it almost seems like the chance of having nothing lined up was greater than the life that you were currently, seems like, in a lot of ways stuck in.
Yeah, I felt super like, me and my husband actually like met at that old job, and we always joke about this. Like I felt like I was like in purgatory at this job, like just so stuck. And it does like get to the point where you feel like so strongly and like passionate about something that like there's no other option for me. And
Right.
so I just didn't care. And I was like, I'll try, and like if I fail, I'll go get some other job, but yeah.
How long was it from when you left that job to then getting your next gig or your next assignment, your next project?
Trying to think. I think it was probably just like 2 months. Like I steadily get like commissions for like canvases and things, so
Sure.
that's always like helpful. But yeah, I think it was probably like 2 months. Like it wasn't long after. Yeah, actually, yeah, it was like 2 months, I think.
Sure. And did that come about just people seeing your work online and also in the community? It's like, hey, who did this? Abby. Well, I'll give her a call.
Yeah, Instagram has been like insane for me. That's
Yeah.
like where I find all of my work and clients.
That's amazing. And the true testament to, being able to, it sounds like redefining the labels that are put on us in a lot of ways too. Cause like you said, artists are labeled as being lazy, or this is just a hobby. And like you going through this process of shedding the other labels that people had assigned you. It's like, no, do the 9 to 5, no, be this in this relationship, or no, you have to paint this way or create this way. Like, no, I'm Abby freaking Pawley. Like I'm going to paint this other way. I'm going to redefine this.
Yeah.
And you've hit, some prominent spots here in the area too. From locations that you've showcased, like revamping Dumar's restaurant sign, to the big mural project you've worked on the storage buildings. I'm curious for you, as you like pass by those places and reflect, is there a bond you share with projects like those? Or is it more so like, yeah, I did that job and it exists and it pays more, it pays for the bills and more people come, or does it go deeper than that?
No, there's definitely like a bond, especially with certain ones. I say this all the time um, to my husband, but like if it's a project that I like, the one ocean storage, like I put my whole like soul into that. That was like biggest thing I've ever done, like in my whole life, like so proud. And like I actually just drove by it the other day and yeah, there's like this weird bond. I'm like, oh my God, like I did that. That's like a piece
Yeah.
of me is there.
It
It's hard.
still
It's like
still
hard to
connects.
explain.
Yeah, it still connects.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I do a big project, sometimes I'm like so happy I finished it, but part of me feels like a little empty after because I'm like, whoa, I just put like so much into that.
When you go and look at your creative process, your creative think tank, do you ever see the bottom of that tank being someday you not creating any more art because you've already created everything you were meant to? Or do you see it more as maybe a refining process of each piece makes me better and fills up the tank for the next project so I can continue to create art, throughout my entire journey here?
I don't think I'll ever stop. Like, I think it's always just, I don't know, like maybe in the future I know I can't do murals forever. Like when I'm 6 years old, it's like rough on your body. I've had 3 knee surgeries, like it's a lot.
Sure. Somebody else can climb up there on the rafters.
Yeah,
for you
like
guys.
I will never stop though. Whether that means like I'm gonna end up being like a creative director or like a graphic designer somewhere, like I will always be creating and like it is always like filling me up every time.
Yeah. Is there a go-to process or theme throughout your processes when you are creating a new project that you like to check off the boxes for, of like, hey, if I'm going to do a mural or I'm going to do my next oil painting, I have to, I don't know, rearrange the room a certain way or have a certain canvas or have a certain feel? Like, what is that process like for you?
Not really.
Not really?
I feel like I'm just like whatever. I mean, like I have a process for murals, obviously, because that's like, okay, I gotta like go over like a mood board, gotta like do a mock up and do edits with them and all of that. But like everything else is kind of just like sporadic, like do whatever I want. There's no like rhyme or reason.
It's part of the creative beauty, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Looking back, Abby, what would you tell that younger version of yourself or someone that you might see your younger version self in, when they feel like giving up on art or feel like giving up on the project that they're working on?
Like, I don't know. I hope that everyone has like a Mr. Nunley because like that's totally why I never gave up, because some like you have to believe in yourself, because that's like there are times where like when I do murals I have to like talk myself through it because like I'm not positive all the time. Like it gets really hard and I have to be like, like you can do this, like do not give up on this. And having like my mom and Mr. Nunley, they were the people that were always like that. And like I think if you believe in yourself, like you can be like unstoppable. Like I don't let people tell me no. Like I'm gonna do it and I know I can.
So many people feel stuck in their 9 to 5, afraid to take that next step, to take that leap. I know you talk about this a lot on your Instagram, and I'm curious, what advice would you give to someone who knows they want more? Maybe they have that label put on them or whatnot, or the job that just is sucking the life out of them, but they're scared to get started. What do you tell those people?
I have this conversation with one of my best friends a lot because she's so smart and like I wouldn't be where I am today without her either. And like, I think she feels stuck sometimes. And I just think like, we're not like made to just like work and die. Like you're supposed to be here to like enjoy it. And if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then like you're doing the wrong thing. Like you're not just here to have a boring life, and I know some people that are like so stuck with their 9 to 5, a lot of them just don't know like what they would want to do. Like I'm lucky I woke up and was like, oh, I love art. Like, this is just who I am. But I think, I don't know, you just have to like research your passions and like what interests you. Like, you don't have to be stuck, you know?
Yeah. Abby, thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story and your journey with us today. We really appreciate it. Before we wrap up, we'd love to roll out the red carpet for you. This camera here, any final words or messages you want to leave the audience with, and where they can go to learn more about you. Floor is all yours.
Well, you can go to my website. It's polyprince.com, and my Instagram is also polyprince. You can find me on literally every social media. It's polyprince. But I guess my final words are just like, if you're an artist or just anything you want to pursue in your life, like, do not let anyone tell you no, and you should just go after it.
Abby, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was fun.